What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be pulling out my center console and I'm going to be insulating the backside, hoping to keep my drinks a little bit cooler on the trail. So let's dig in. Okay, so you can see here that I've kind of already started the process. Now, there's going to be a couple of those awesome clips that we all love from Polaris. Polaris isn't the only one that uses them. But just take a nice small flathead, pull up on the side, and the whole thing will pop up and out. So we got two here, then we got one on each side. Then up front, we're gonna have, I think it's a T40, just one at the very top. And then we got two on the sides here. Once all of those are popped out, your center console is gonna be a little bit free. But we're gonna need to uninstall our shifter. To do that, you pull up on this top cap, take the same flathead you were using here, just pop. Then there's going to be one screw in there, and that's going to be a T25. Boom, take that off, put your T25 back in there so you don't lose it. After that piece comes off, you got this rubber piece. That's out. Then you got this whole boot. Done deal. Now we can see all of our shift linkage. You can see our shifter here. Awesome. The hardest part is going to be undoing these seat belts. So I got the rubber piece, I pushed them in, folded them up. You're going to have a seat belt harness. This is kind of your minder. This is like a safety feature. I cut the zip tie, which is down there. If you take a pair of dikes, just cut it. Then that'll free this up. You're going to have a clip that's clipped onto the other side. So if you pry the back up, you can get the clip out. Boom. Then, since your seat belts are still going to be attached, what I did, instead of undoing the nuts back here, they're torqued really tight and it's kind of hard to get your wrench in there. So I just pull this part down. It's got a little springy action in there. Pull it down and you'll be able to take the tail off of this. After you do that, push everything inward. Okay, so our seat belts are done, boots are off, all of our bolts are out. Now we can pull the whole center console off. This would probably be a good time to insulate your radiator hoses too, if you want to go that route. I'm not doing that today. I just don't really want to. I don't have the material. I don't know if I want those insulated. Where I ride, it's really hot, so I'm gonna leave that alone. Also a good time to switch out to an aftermarket shifter. We got one coming from Super ATV. I really liked it. I liked the price. I got the Black Friday sale. So usually they go for about $210 and then a little bit more for shipping and handling and tax and all that. But for about $250 you can get a whole new gated shifter from Super ATV. So we're going to be doing that too, not on this video, but on a future video we'll be doing that. As of today, we're going to be insulating the back side of this and around the cup holders, hoping to keep the drinks a little bit more cool when we're on the trail. Let's take this over and start working on it. Okay, I've already begun. And what I started doing here was I got a roll of this kind of beetle tape insulation that you can get from the hardware store. I do have some from Amazon too that I used for the pickup to sound dead and that, but I feel like this can be better to use because it's got kind of this tin on this side. And I've just cut small sections of this. I'll kind of show you that. So take your wire scissors, cut a small section like that. Then what I've been doing is taking the heat gun, pulling the back side off. giving it a little bit of heat so it's easier to work with. Finding their spot. And it's okay if you double lap, you know. Pretty easy stuff to work with. I've been using my hard edge with a squeegee. Really making sure that it's nice and tight against all the lines. And I'll cut this off so nothing shows. I do want it to look clean and normal looking. And just proceed with the process. This has definitely been taking longer than I thought it would. But I think it's going to be a well worth project. Take your time, make sure it looks nice. And again, it's fine if you double lap, the more the better. And kind of the same thing around these cup holders. I haven't finished wrapping all the way, but I'm just going to keep building it up, making sure that those areas here are the most insulated. You do want to make sure you have a small hole kind of at the end of the cup holder for when you're washing your machine off or drinks spills, it can drain out. I've seen some guy put a cozy on this and then wrap it. That's probably a good idea too. I think they even sell kits to do this with, but another method instead of the squeegee is one of these rollers. You can get these off of Amazon too, and you kind of just roll it on there. I'm finding that the squeegee method for this project is working better, but that's just me. So I'll keep working away on this and I'll show you guys the finished result. Okay guys, here's the finished project. I put numerous layers around here. I still gotta poke my holes for the drainage. I insulated it as much as I'm gonna. Again, this is from you can get a Home Depot. It's like a beetle tape kind of deal. I probably used maybe 5 feet, and I think it's about 8 inches wide. So an 8x5 would suit you well. Time for the reinstall. Let's see how well this is gonna go back. Okay guys, this project is finished. I removed the center console, I insulated the whole thing, did a little bit more around the cup holders, reinstalled. Done deal. I haven't reinstalled the shifter because I do have a new one coming on the way, so stay tuned for that video. It's going to be cool. Some of you guys are going to be asking if I'm going to test it out. There's really no way to test it out because there's too many variables. I've thought about that myself. If I were to drive with no insulation on it and then see what the temperature of the drinks or maybe the console gets to and then insulate it and do it again. But a lot of things depend on that, like how long the engine's been running, how hot the engine is, how hot it is outside, where the sun's located, all of that, just too many variables to get an accurate reading on what that would be. Comment in the comments and tell me what you think. Is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? In my head, I think it will. Even a little bit of insulation is gonna be better than no insulation, right? Because there was nothing underneath there and those hot pipes are right there. So I'm hoping this works out. I'm also going to be getting cup holders for up here, just so I can carry more stuff. I don't know. I think that they look kind of cool too. I can get it in the matching orange. But stay tuned for the shifter and the seats. I got both of those coming. It's going to be cool. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think of the build. What's next?